The rate at which Democrats are sprinkling on Biden is pretty fast. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. And also, they're saying time to pass legislation now send out stimulus checks provisions. I'm going to get you caught up on all the latest that's coming out. This is your breaking news stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now, first off, happy Sunday to you and the family. I'm going to be heading out to service here in just a little bit, but warning to get you caught up on the latest. Let me know in the comments down what you and family are going to be doing today. But you guys, take a look. Democrats are displeased, and the viewing community here on the channel has done a poll. I asked them what is the most important thing to you right now, and what should Congress be focusing on? Well, an overwhelming majority of said it is the economy, and we're hearing that this is the top concern of Americans across the nation. Let's deal with these high prices. Oil, gas, food inflation is out of control, 41-year high. We need to deal with our economy and help out those in need. And people are saying Congress, they are focusing on gun control, abortion rights. They are focusing on the January 6th, that's you. And they need to focus on helping out the American people. And take a look, you guys, let you know. Yesterday we heard that Democrats were turning on him quietly, saying behind closed doors that they would not support him. Well, take a look at what came out today. AOC, she's declining to see if she's going to endorse the president in 2024 runs. So now one of the first ones coming out and being mentioned by name, saying not sure that I'm ready to support him. Let me know your thoughts. Now also we saw Bernie Sanders come out and issued a warning to the president, and he's been doing this for years. You've been saying send out the checks, send out the benefits, do all these things. You can't play the American people as fools. You can't say that you're going to do all this stuff and then not do it. People need help, and you have to keep your promises. And we're literally seeing campaigns run and one-off of promises that have not come to fruition. And Bernie Sanders is stepping out and saying, I'm not waiting for the president. I am issuing new bills. Take a look at what just came out a couple of days ago. Sanders and Elizabeth Warren proposed a bill to extend Social Security solvency for another 75 years and increase benefits by $2,400 per year. And I've got a video update for you, as they're saying they got to do something because those on Social Security, these fixed incomes, they are not keeping up with the rate of inflation. The cost of living increases even more. While the first provisions, these new bills that they're saying need to pass, and we're also hearing from the president, he needs to step up and do executive orders and actions. If he can get this pushed through with legislation, they're saying the president has the authority to reallocate and repurpose existing funds that are just sitting there that have already been issued out. He can issue new funds. Congress has the power over the purse, but he can reallocate existing funds, and they're saying $800 billion. They're saying we gotta bump those up and increase it and help those out on these fixed incomes. And take a look at this. This is what has been proposed by Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. They introduced a new bill on Thursday that aims at extending Social Security solvency for 75 years by raising taxes on the wealthy while making benefits more generous. The proposal, called the Social Security Expansion Act, would expand benefits for current and new beneficiaries by $200 per month or $2,400 per year, and would make it the monthly checks more generous in other ways. Now, to do that and improve the program's solvency, at the same time, the plan also calls for raising taxes on high-earning households. Now, Sanders and Warren, who are co-chairs of the expanded Social Security Caucus, were joined by fellow Democrats as well, and they introduced this with their companions. This legislation in the House, now they've introduced it. They're calling on the president to go ahead and pass this through. I'll keep you up to date here on the channel. Now we're hearing that a lot of people are saying, hey, you need to pass something soon because we're going to start not supporting you because the American people are not happy. Our approval is plummeting. We're going to be losing our power. And as I mentioned, AOC is the latest to mention that as well. Let's take a look at this article linked in the description below that says AOC declines to say if she's endorsed Biden in 2024. Now, Representative AOC declined on Sunday today, so this just came out. She declined to say if she would endorse President Biden if he runs for re-election in 2024, saying she's going to be focusing on this year's midterm election. So now let me know your thoughts. Kind of sounds like a little bit of an ultimatum, like, hey, if he can go ahead and help us get through this midterm, which is our focus, then maybe I will endorse him. But in the meantime, it's just kind of up in the air. Now we'll cross the bridge when we get to it, she told CNN State of the Union co-anchor Daniel Bash. Well, so it does kind of sound like, hey, he needs to help us and we will help him. But I think if the president has a vision and does something, certainly we're all willing to entertain and examine when the time comes, she continued, and Bash pressed AOC on her decline to endorse the sitting president. Didn't have her own party, so that's not a yes, he said. She said he has to have a vision. And I think that's what the vast majority of Democrats are vocalizing right now is, we need you to pass legislation, we need you to focus on the top priority for the American people. The economy, we need to get them on board. And you need to support this Democratic Party in these elections, because right now approval is down, your support is not here. So they're saying you need to have the vision, you need to guide us to victory in these elections, because if not, we're not going to support you. And we've been hearing that, in the last video behind closed doors, they're saying he should not run, at least with the way that things are going. Now AOC then reiterated that her focus is going to be on this year's election. So again, not getting too far down the road just right now, we need to deal with these issues at hand. And she said, I think we should endorse when we get to it. So it does kind of sound like if you help us in the elections, we will help you down the road. But I believe that president's been doing a very good job so far. AOC said, and that he should run again. I think that we'll take a look at that. So there you have it, you guys. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Do you think that President Joe Biden is going to get on board? He's gonna get it together. He's gonna get all this legislation. He's going to start trying to pass these bills, and if he cannot, he's going to do executive orders and actions. Now if he does those things and he focuses on the economy, will convince the American people to vote Democrats to stay in power. Will he get the support of his party to continue on his presidency in the return of 2024? Or Bernie Sanders, who we have heard has not taken it off the table either. He's saying if President Biden decides to step down, that's he willing to run as well. I'll keep you up to date. With that being said, you guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me.